Welcome to your Around the Peninsula. I'm Specialist Tyler Ferris. It's good to see some familiar faces when going back to school. Army Private Matt Fleischman spent the day with an individual that most students would not be happy to see.
This is not your average high school, and this is not your average high school principal.
He's so much like a friend to you. It's like your principals are supposed to be strict and kind of uptight with you, but Mr. Kwiatek's like so chill, so nice. So easygoing.
Since Daegu High School opened 3 years ago on Camp Walker, Christopher Kwiatek has sat in the principal's chair. Principal Kwiatek knows that the high school experience is a distinct and important part of growing up. And for his students, growing up in another country, creating a support system they can count on is a top priority.
Well, as we look at the high school experience for the students, we don't want them to just be nameless, if you will, or just that body walking through the halls. We want it to be a unique experience for them. We try to create that family atmosphere within the school and look out for each other.
With 11 years as an educator and administrator behind him, Mr. Kwiatek acknowledges that while his job might not be for everyone, the payout is well worth the price.
This job would drive a lot of people crazy dealing with teenagers, but it is an exciting place to work. There are challenges. Mentoring students, helping them get through those challenges that we've all been through, and with each challenges comes an opportunity for them to learn and to grow out of it, and then to look to the future and say, hey, here's what I want to do with my life. That's what's the most rewarding for me.
And the impression Mr. Kwiatek has on his students is the kind of impact every educator hopes for.
I honestly think he's like the best principal I've ever met. When I'm a grown-up, I think I want to kind of be like him.
Army Private First Class Matt Fleischman, Camp Walker, Korea.
Mr. Kwiatek and the Daegu High School kicked off their 2013-2014 year on August 26th. Carrying on a family tradition is a way to keep a legacy intact. Army Sergeant Chris Garver introduces us to a soldier that carries on the history.
The reason I came into the Army is because I've had a long history of my family being in the Army, my dad, my great-grandpa. I just want to continue the tradition of my family being in the Army.
That's Army Private First Class Matthew Gonzales. That other sound you hear is a multiple launch rocket system, or MLRS, that weighs more than 20 tons.
Okay, go ahead.
Private Gonzales belongs to the control tower team. His job is to set up communication with the launcher team. That's the soldiers inside the MLRS.
I mean, it helps get our time down. It helps us communicate better as a section because we're fairly new as a section. We all got put together fairly quickly. So, I mean, it really helps out a lot with our timing.
After graduating high school in Colorado, Gonzales could have done something else, but for him, joining the Army is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I feel proud. I mean, I feel like I've continued on our legacy of being in the Army.
Army Sergeant Chris Garver, Camp Casey, Korea.
1st Battalion, 38th Field Artillery Regiment does all-around section training twice a year. It's never too early to start thinking of the holidays. Catoosa Private Min-Yong Choi talks with one airman who helped spread holiday cheer a little early.
Staying in touch with family is essential to morale, and Airman Coronado is here to help.
Every year around this time, we come out to a couple countries overseas to do the holiday greeting videos.
They are 10 to 15 seconds and simple to record.
All we do is have them fill out a little information to where they want to send it to. And if they want to send it to more than one state or more than one area, they're happy to do that. As soon as they fill that out, all we do is walk them up to the camera and literally in like 7 seconds record the greeting, and then that's it. It goes a long way once their family sees it. Maybe people that they haven't seen like in years might see it and get to, see where they are and what they're doing now.
Catoosa Private Min-Yong Choi, Seoul, Korea.
Mommy loves you.
The holiday greetings usually air the whole month of December. There are events in history that leave a lasting impact. Catoosa Corporal Kwakyo Ben shows us the moment of remembrance for the Guardians.
This may look like an ordinary hill to walk along, but it is an unforgettable place for those who fought for democracy. The 6th Ordnance Battalion and National Unification Advisory Chilgo Council host the Hill 303 traditional Korean memorial ceremony.
I feel very proud that I'm actually in the part of the ceremony, and I just want to appreciate to the organization who sponsored this ceremony and also the 84th Ordnance Company who gave me a chance to show my respect for the 42 soldiers who sacrificed their life for our country.
Hill 303 is where 42 U.S. Army prisoners of war got massacred during the Korean War.
They protect the freedom and our country so that I'm now here as I can serve my country. By end of this ceremony, I hope that we can have some strong bond between the Korean and U.S. allies, the friendship, the better friendship.
Burning incense or presenting a cup of wine and bowing or saluting are ways to honor the victims.
It was a great honor to be here today and to see the memorial service being held. The table setting that was shown today had lots of different fruits, and it looked like some beverages, which is a lot different from what I've seen before with a traditional American setting. It's a lot different, but it's very interesting.
Katusa Corporal Kwak Hyo Bin, Wegwan, Korea.
42 soldiers were misidentified as North Korean troops and were captured. Most football players focus on one thing: winning. Army Private Matt Fleischman spent some time with one football player who focuses his eye on more than the outcome of a game.
I know. Let's go, Warriors on three, Warriors on three. 1, 2, 3, Warriors!
With the hot summer sun beating down on them, students from the Daegu American High School on Camp Walker prepare for their upcoming football season. Sweating it out among them is Stephen Robinet, a 16-year-old who is about to start his junior year of high school. While the students push and strive to become the best team they can be, what Stephen is looking forward to isn't what you might think.
I mean, everyone's going to say they want to win games. I mean, of course I want to win games. But I really want to make friendships with a lot of the younger guys.
The head coach for the Daegu High School Warrior football team says that going into his third year playing football with this team, Stephen's commitment and dedication are what really make him stand out.
You need internally motivated students. You need student athletes who go out there because they want to perform at their best possible level. Many student athletes, they want to do as well as their coach says, and that's the end of it. Once they've achieved that, they're good. He's not like that. And so his internal drive is what makes him special.
You know, it's hot out here. Everyone's in pain. And I think that there's other people younger than you that aren't as skilled as you that are still out here, especially the younger guys that never play football here. I've realized that's, for me, his biggest motivator.
Army Private First Class Matt Fleischman,
1, 2, 3, defense!
Camp Walker, Korea.
No. Stephen Robinet hopes to go on and continue to play football at Colorado State University. One man has become a legend in South Korea by contributing leadership and mentorship to the ROK and U.S. alliance for over 60 years. Senior Airman Brandy Dirr introduces us to a Korean national treasure.
Paik Sun-yup joined the ROK Army in 1946. He was a commanding officer for the ROK 1st Infantry Division when North Korea launched their attack in 1950.
In spite of overwhelming odds, General Paik held the line in the Battle of Tabudong and protected the 8th Army and ROK Army headquarters in Daegu. For his heroic actions, he was awarded the U.S. Silver Star.
Today, Paik is the most decorated man in the history of the ROK Army.
General Paik went on to become the ROK Army's first 4-star general, the ROK Army Chief of Staff, and the ROK Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
As a tribute to his service, the 8th Army is presenting him with the title of Honorary Commanding General.
Ladies and gentlemen, words cannot express how I feel about the honor given to me today.
The retired general was presented an ACU top with an 8th Army combat patch. Senior Airman Brandy Dirr, New Mexico Range, Korea.
The ceremony was the first time General Paik visited the operational command post on the New Mexico Range after being named in his honor last June. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, September 5th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.